Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the special budget adoption meeting of Monday, April 23rd for the Village of Tuckahoe. Will everyone please rise and join me in the pledge of the flag? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Will the village clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Giordano.
Present.
Trustee Luisi.
Present.
Trustee Andino.
Present.
Trustee Lang.
Present.
Mayor Eklund.
I am pleased to be here tonight. We're going to start off tonight with an opportunity for anyone from the public to address the board on the budget items that are on tonight's agenda. And seeing as there's nobody wishing to speak, we're going to move to our resolutions. And our very first resolution is Resolution Number 1, authorizing the adoption of the fiscal year June 1, 2018 through May 31, 2019 village budget. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
And we're going to have ample discussion on this. Well, I guess the first thing I'm going to ask, David, you want to just give us a highlight or two on this before we weigh in? I know we've all met many times. Catching you off guard, I apologize.
No, just to give a quick update on this. No, I've been living and breathing this budget for 6 weeks now. So the tentative budget was filed at a 2% tax levy rate increase, which is the exact amount of the tax cap on March 20th. The board met 3 times this year in regards to the budget to go through each of the departments, police, DPW, library, and all the other departments came in. A few changes were made at those meetings. However, at the end of the day, it is still a 2% tax rate increase, which is approximately $157,000 year over year. I've said this at some of the budget meetings, and I'll say it again, it is an extremely tight budget. The board's wishes were to stay within the tax cap, and this does it, I think, in a responsible manner. If there's anything else.
Okay, no, that's, you know what, it's something that we did talk about, and I'm glad we were able to keep it within the 2% tax cap. I want to thank you very much. I want to thank Ryan Ruetta and Jim LaPerche. The public should know that they have spent countless hours on this budget. I know we email each other an awful lot on it, aside from the meetings that we have. This is the 15th budget that I've worked on for the village. And I have to say there's one common theme in every budget that I've worked on, regardless how good or how bad the economy is. And that is that we are always asking our department heads to find ways to do more with less. And I have to say they always come through. So I think that's very noteworthy. Our residents should know that the village has very dedicated employees and management who do a great job this and every year in making our village incredibly safe, clean, and an enjoyable community for us to live in, and as affordable as it can be. So I want to thank them all for that. So with that, we'll continue with comments. We'll go to our Deputy Mayor, Tom Giordano.
Thanks, Mayor Eklund. I would just like to echo your comments. I believe that a 2%, staying within the 2% tax cap is an accomplishment and something that this board should be proud of and that the community should be happy with, especially whereas here, not only are we not compromising any of our essential services, but we're also being mindful of fair rendering of compensation for services well performed. I think, as we've spoken of, our fund balance is going in the right direction, and our contingency is normal. So I will staunchly support passing this motion,
Well, thank you.
to pass the budget.
Trustee Luisi?
Thank you, Mayor. I'm going to keep my comments short, and I'm also going to bolster what has already been said. So if I may, some may say that it could be better or it could be worse. And Albany mandates municipalities across the state operate at a 2% tax cap. In that regard, this board has met that obligation for better or for worse. However, more importantly, in my estimation, is that I believe this budget is the best for its for the village because of its ability to allow the day-to-day operations to continue at their current levels. And this budget also plans for major capital improvement projects which are so vital to correcting and maintaining our current infrastructure. This budget before you is the result of hard work and numbers crunching, as been said by our very talented village administrator, David Burke, with our Treasury Department working side by side with our department heads to provide this fiscally responsible budget. Improvements, training, and updates with current technologies is factored into allowing all our departments to maintain pace with the needs of the modern world. We are ever mindful of maintaining our vehicular fleet to maximize their use and subsequent resale value. And we are also mindful of providing sensible cost of living adjustments to our non-union employees. Our fund balance is at a healthy level, and the financial overseers of municipal finances continue to complement its stability and continued prosperous outlook. In closing, this board remains committed to exploring ways to improve the village's financial outlook and ability to provide the so many reasons people want to live here in Tuckahoe. And that is why I will be in favor of this budget. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Trustee Andino.
So as the newbie, one of the newbies on the board, I want to say first thank you to the rest of the board for the opportunity to spend a lot of hours talking about this budget and answering my questions without getting annoyed with the countless questions or maybe the questions that might seem silly. I also appreciated the opportunity to take a look at the non-union employees' salaries and comparing them to other municipalities, which I think is really important for us to look at so that we can determine what's a good market salary to be able to retain people who are qualified and talented, and that's important. As someone with an HR background, I'm always thinking about what's the market rate, and if you get someone that's too low, but too below, then I question their ability or their talent to do the job. So we crunched numbers, we made some changes, we negotiated, and I appreciated that, and I think that, you know, we were responsible.
Thank you. It's a good process. And Trustee Lang.
Yeah, real short. I just want to say, sitting in on my first board meeting, there's really a lot that goes into it. And, you know, there's really no stone unturned. And these folks spend a lot of time and really consider, you know, all of the ramifications. But thank you very much.
Thank you. So with that, I'm going to ask our village clerk to please do a roll call on the adoption of this budget as we presented it.
Trustee Giordano.
Favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Andino.
In favor.
Trustee Lang.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Thank you very much. Resolution number 2 is authorizing the closing of the Crestwood Streetscape Phase 3 capital project from the inter-project transfer of funds from the Hollywood Avenue Flood Mitigation Capital Project. And it's going from project 2014-0076 to project 2009-0047. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
Favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Andino.
In favor.
Trustee Lang.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 3 is authorizing the closing of the following completed capital projects. Project 2017-0094, which is a police vehicle. 2017-0097, which is also a police vehicle. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
Favor.
Trustee Luisi.
Favor.
Trustee Andino.
In favor.
Trustee Lang.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 4, authorizing the establishment of a capital project to fund library room expansion at an estimated cost of $250,000, which will be funded through grants, bond proceeds, donations, and Village of Library funds. The following is the acceptance of donations in the amount of $10,000 for the room expansion from Ann Seif Memorial Fund, Martin Seif, $5,000, and the Esmond Nissim Foundation, Inc., of $5,000. Do I have a motion for that?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
And we thank very much for the very, very generous contributions that we're getting for this project.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee
In
Luisi.
favor.
Trustee Andino.
In favor.
Trustee Lang.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 5 is authorizing the establishment of a capital project to fund the replacement of library windows at an estimated cost of $44,000, which will be funded through appropriation of library fund balance and a grant from Westchester County. The following is the appropriation of fund balance for the library portion. Appropriated fund balance is an amount of $22,000, and a transfer to capital fund, exact same amount. Project 2018-0102. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Andino.
In favor.
Trustee Lang.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. And resolution number 6 is authorizing the following modifications to the Village of Tuckahoe license and permit fee schedule, effective date of adoption. And we have on our agenda tonight a very lengthy list of some actual tweaks that we're making to some of the building department fees, mostly, actually all, for commercial applications. We are sensitive to the residential application process and cost, and we did some homework. David did the homework, actually, thank you, on looking at where we were in comparison to other municipalities, and we found that we were falling short. So we've made some adjustments on the commercial side. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Andino.
In favor.
Trustee Lang.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 7 is authorizing a modification to the non-union employment guidelines by increasing to $2,500 per year the annual payment for election to not participate in the village's health plan, coverage with payments effective after June 1, 2018. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Andino.
In favor.
Trustee Lang.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 8 is authorizing a bond resolution dated April 23rd, 2018, authorizing the issuance of up to $255,000 aggregate principal amount serial bonds of the Village of Tuckahoe, County of Westchester, State of New York, pursuant to the local finance law, and this is to finance the cost of the acquisition, construction, and reconstruction of improvements to village parking lots, all in and for the village. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
And we're right now looking at the Lake Avenue lot reconstruction, the Depot Square reconstruction, and the Underhill lot reconstruction project.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
Favor.
Trustee Andino.
In favor.
Trustee Lang.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 9 is authorizing a bond resolution dated April 23rd, 2018, authorizing the issuance of up to $563,040 aggregate principal amount serial bonds of the Village of Tuckahoe, County of Westchester, State of New York, pursuant to the local finance law. And this is to finance the costs of the acquisition of machinery and apparatus for construction and maintenance, and the acquisition, construction, and reconstruction of improvements to village streets, all in and for the village. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
And what this is we have earmarked $175,000 for paving our streets. The new garbage truck that you see driving around the village is $242,000, so we're paying for that. And a new dump truck, which we're actually getting rid of one, and we have to replace it, and that's $135,000.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Andino.
In favor.
Trustee Lang.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 10 is authorizing a bond resolution dated April 23rd, 2018, authorizing the issuance of up to $402,900 aggregate principal amount serial bonds of the Village of Tuckahoe, County of Westchester, State of New York, pursuant to local finance law to finance the costs of the acquisition of traffic signal systems and the acquisition, construction, and reconstruction of improvements to village bridges, all in and for the village. Do I have a motion? Second?
Second.
And this is for $125,000 traffic signal, $120,000 balance for taking down the pedestrian bridge, and $150,000 for intersection cameras that the police department is going to put in.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Andino.
In favor.
Trustee Lang.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. And resolution number 11 is authorizing a bond resolution dated April 23rd, 2018, authorizing the issuance of up to $132,600 aggregate principal amount serial bonds of the Village of Tuckahoe, County of Westchester, State of New York, pursuant to the local finance law, to finance the costs of the acquisition, construction, and reconstruction of improvements to village buildings. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
And this is earmarked as $50,000, which will be for the library activity room. And that's actually a matching portion that the village is applying because they were successful in getting grants, as well as $80,000 for the elevator, which is down the hall here. We have one elevator in this building.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Andino.
In favor.
Trustee Lang.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. And resolution number 12, final, is authorizing a bond resolution dated April 23rd, 2018, authorizing the issuance of up to $71,400 aggregate principal amount serial bonds of the Village of Tuckahoe, County of Westchester, State of New York, pursuant to the local finance law, to finance the cost of the acquisition, construction, and reconstruction of sewer improvements in and for the village. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
And this is for sewer system repair, so pretty self-explanatory.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Andino.
In favor.
Trustee Lang.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor, thank you. So with that, there being no other business on our agenda tonight, I will make a motion to adjourn the meeting. And do I have a second?
Second.
Okay, thank you very much, everybody. Till next meeting, have a very good month.